Sid!
Staying long this time?
Sid?
Have we any more knuckle pies?
Oh.
Is it working?
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does memory tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I don't possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered in Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whim of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the mule.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as noble.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them. However well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night. From some more than others. And the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day.
Good day.
Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Said the hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was called the Invincible.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the skull.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Sturgis. All right. I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Talia.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Have you been to the top? I hear any ship's just Oh, no. I still don't have my head now. I'm right.
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk. What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kuka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
Let's go.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. Each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
Cheers. Joshua.
To a world without mother crystals.
Oh, no, Mother Crystals.
To sit.
Just sit. Toast. Joshua. Let's see the mountain trees. Trees.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Black spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
A moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
Gathering storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
You should have given some stairs over here, man.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in this area started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastbourne, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's borders. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers weak enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complaining it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. She's fallen into the hands of the
A
Emperor.
couple of curse breakers are already on their way to them. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is...
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Here for another of my lectures. What is it that you wish to learn? One must understand one's place in the world. Very good. Martha is a survivor. We'll find her.
Need to go right. To leave.
Finish with that lot. Something back, Sid.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
I'm sorry, Sid. Too late. The Imperials have already left.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be nearby.
Father, I'd rather not bump into them again.
Let's get you into a physical, shall we?
I'm sorry.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down. All our efforts got out were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about the Cullen. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Oi, look sharp!
Hey? What?
Good to see you, Sid. The soldiers who did this a long gone, I'm afraid. Doing what we can.
How has the weather changed? It's all sunny and good. It's very dark.
Enough of you, are there? Look. Up ahead.
Martha.
Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bear it. They were going to hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Fools.
Then, Martha.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields.
It's 1,300. We'll do this one. Just wait.
Twisted joke. There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Bastard. Yeah, a little more of us, and then we can.
Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be.
No. Shit. Everyone's dead. And the father.
The bearers died protecting it. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
My friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Sheep will return. The Cullings. Rosaria will never be safe. Tell Mother to beg his aid.
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
He's dead.
He's gone.
He's gone now. Shit.
We've laid the abbot to rest. The bearers. They didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Arthur said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials as she and the other could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Willick's jump. The current's there as swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself to perform the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Rank C, and what is this supposed to be? Bounty. Notorious mounts.
Do you think it's spotted us, Tallboy? What am I saying? Of course it has.
Whoa. Oh my god. Oh sheesh. Finally, Notorious. Now we can upgrade.
Didn't see that coming.
This is some creep.
That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
Instead ashes are. I see.
And now they are truly free.
What of the Imperials?
A pyre is made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be nearby.
Founder. I'd rather not bump into them again.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumours started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bears. I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bear.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head's a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
It's into the heart already. Either way.
Where's Gav?
Basically Martha. Gav.
Where's my report?
What, no kindness be ruled, pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Fishing in the wrong barrel.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first.
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of
That place was really good.
crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And Now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrick. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gate as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming.
It's
time we moved on the Mother Crystals.
Let's go.
4 Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're Rosfield, of course.
Of course, Clive Rosfield.
His name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
That's a bounty, right? Why didn't we
What are we waiting for, Indy?
अपग्रेड कहाँ से करते हैं भाई, भूल गया मैं। No idea right now.
I hear there's trouble.
Finish with that, Lance.
Surrenders area.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
Wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
It's all good. It's all good.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Iron Man.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past.
It's time to face mine.
If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Chill. Chill.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
To the
Come on.
bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Ammo.
We're not alone.
Justices like this. Lord Elgin would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing but loyalists.
John, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. It would be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, Your Lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Welcome, stranger.
No, brother, that's bad. It's bad. Bad.
People the roads now.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There's been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. With their 100 full legions.
100? I heard you were 1,000.
We're going hunting for outlaws. How'd you like that, boy?
ऑप्शन तो नहीं आ रहा बात करने का किससे बात कर
Word is, party soldiers closed their gates to all but the highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think it was the Black Shields.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. If only we were. I might.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you try telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceling's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another Eastpool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife by their throats. With a mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
You were right.
Sorry. It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back and beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
What is that?
Ever since they put away, we've seen these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
What is this say? Chest.
More of my mother's men.
something is sacred. That's the
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness.
Say that. I'll show you a true
Tell me what I want to the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
They await you in Oldhill. Guardians of the
Guardians. Flame? Guardians.
Those are Oldhill's gates.
Then we hurry.
We hurry.
Find something, boy. Death.
Fuck, dude. Shit, man. Where's T? Oh no. Oh my god, man. Why is this happening? Smarter.
This was my brother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Clive.
She's pure evil.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
You'll be enraged right now.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't.
What's that,
If the
Martha?
Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosabeth.
Gonna kill you.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Tell us there's a code.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Horizon. The place is a wretched hide of thieves.
Stupid strand.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. I told my uncle Fairbetter. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Have mercy!
Fuck off.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. And Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looks abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Blacklight prawns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Oldhell.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
This game is a walking simulator. Go as far as it can. There's no hurry, buddy.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
not abandon then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we did not go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shield have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
In the flesh. Saw him once when I was your age.
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage. As you wish, my lord. Of course, my lord. May it serve the cause well. It has been an honor.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host of their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed.
So wait. The bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Where is it?
We'll keep them from the bridge. Don't you worry.
The blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, That got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Let's go. Time to run.
I gotta be sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky I didn't have my axe.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Viceroy. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard... Die along with your flesh!
Forest area! Forest area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another one of them to fight their battles for them.
More dragons! Worse. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one.
Whoa.
In taking it, you have proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
We finish him.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. Perhaps this...
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once her fields rot. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is for as long and her loyal sub.
So Wade.
Think we should a sound strategy.
Done now. Quest complete.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I
suppose.
And appearances must be word of Ice Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing it is why, I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it and...
I shall wear it with...
Be sure that... If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord.
Let's go.
If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Port is solved. Sorry. It was big manner.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right to guess, my uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him, and means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Sarsfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Murdo, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Madu in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
Uncle.
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Your nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. Besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. One thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
She's gonna confess me.
Mind.
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. So I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything at all. I had become
a
a
monster.
monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing here with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Bellemere is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Cutscenes. Yeah, bee monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
That's it for today.